What's good, everybody? Happy Sunday. Hope your weekend is going great so far. This new episode of Power, the shit is crazy. Shit is getting real on this show. Like we're only episode 4. We're only 4 episodes in, and this shit is getting even crazier than last week and the week before that. Like this shit getting real every week. Yo, the feds is not fucking playing. The feds is coming for Ghost's neck right now. They doing whatever the fuck they gotta do to get this motherfucker. And they making sure that the people around him are feeling the heat just as much as he's feeling the heat in prison. Because they trying to obviously get people around him to flip on him. You know, um, you still got the fucking guards in there fucking with him. Charlie Murphy put the fucking bar on his motherfucking neck, trying to choke this nigga, trying to crush his fucking throat and shit. I was like, yo, Ghost is like for real in his darkest hour right now. Like I know he can't wait to get the fuck up out of there, man. And you already know when he get out of prison, hopefully, um, he goes back to the old Ghost. Cause I mean, I gotta be real. Like all of this shit that's happening to Ghost right now and happening to Tasha and Tommy, everybody's around him. Everybody around him is feeling the effects all because of one choice he made. A dumbass choice by fucking with Angela. This is all from fucking that bitch. Everybody feeling heat right now because of one dumbass choice he made. Everybody's paying the price. The feds ain't fucking playing. They shut down Lakeisha shop. They shut down Truth nightclub. All of that just to get to this motherfucker and to get somebody to finally snitch and flip on them. So they trying to shut down everybody money stream, they income and shit. And by shutting down all they legitimate businesses where they also running illegal shit, you fucking with their bread. That's like a large quantity of their money you fucking with. Cause the nightclub, the salon, all of those shits, I mean, they're legitimate businesses, but they're also fronts. So they're making money hand over fucking fist with those places being open. Now that they fucking shut down by the feds, you fucking with people's livelihood. And Lakeisha ain't feeling that shit. Cause if the shop shut down, how she supposed to make money? You know what I'm saying? She got a son. She ain't got no other hustles like that. Shop is the only shit she had to make bread. Now that shit shut down. Dre, he got an even bigger problem because with the club shut down, he can't sell his little drugs from inside the club and shit. So how he's supposed to pay the 50K a week to fucking Kanan? And he told Kanan about the club being shut down. Kanan didn't give a fuck. Kanan was like, I don't care if the club shut down, nigga. Find another way to get my money, or that's your ass. With friends like that, motherfucker, you don't need no enemy. And they used to be friends. Ain't that a bitch? Dre's a fucking snake anyway. I really don't see Dre sticking around this show after this season. I really don't. He's becoming a snake. Like Cristobal and Dre, they're snakes. They basically trying to make it seem like Julio slipping when the business, where the businesses, stand or whatever. And basically, I feel like now with Truth shut down and shit, and Dre is desperate to get his hands on that money every week to pay fucking Kanan and his people. So with that money stream shut down, I think Dre's gonna probably try to make Julio look less dependable in Tommy's eyes. So that way Tommy could, get rid of Julio as his right hand man and probably promote Dre to his right hand man. I really don't see it because Tommy's a smart person. He's not naive. He's not stupid, and he already don't trust Dre. He don't like Dre. He tolerates Dre because of Ghost. That's the only reason he tolerates this motherfucker. But even from the beginning, he was skeptical of this nigga. So I don't think he gonna get rid of a nigga like Julio for a nigga like Dre. Dre's a fucking snake. Julio, I feel like Julio's feeling the pressure. He got Cristobal basically, disrespecting his newfound power, so to speak, because he's basically been promoted to, Tommy's right hand man, and he's basically the co CEO of this distribution operation. Like he's running shit basically. While Tommy handling other shit, he's running the day to day operations of this shit. So Cristobal is basically undermining Julio. And then you got Dre running his mouth to Tommy about how Julio was in the Fed's room, in the interview room, longer than Dre. So you got motherfuckers from all angles trying to undermine Julio, and then you got Tommy, you know, on Julio ass about shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tommy feel like, I put you in charge of this shit. You supposed to be running this shit, so run it. If you can't run it without coming to me, you're a problem, basically, is what he's trying to say to Julio. Like, you shouldn't have to come to me to fix shit. That's what you're here for. You fix it. I got other shit to take care of. That's why I put you in this position. Because I felt you could handle this shit. So I definitely feel like Julio got some fucking, pressure on him. But I hope Tommy don't, go so far as to alienate Julio to where Julio eventually say, fuck this, I'm turning on you. I don't really see Julio as the, snitching type or to turn his back on somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like to be disloyal. I don't see it in Julio, but you never know with people. I'm just saying. Look at Ghost. Tommy, Tasha, they all thought they knew Ghost. And look at this nigga. He sold all of them motherfuckers up the river for a piece of pussy. That pussy must have been motherfucking holy. Like, seriously. Like, how good was Angela's pussy? Because basically it had to be that good because you sold every motherfucker down the river that you know. All of this shit that they're going through is because of Ghost ass. All these problems they got. All because of a piece of pussy that he never should have touched. Never. And if you was gonna touch it, you should have separated your business from it so that way the bitch couldn't get so close to where she locked your ass up. You know what I mean? Like he should have played it a lot smarter than what he did. Tasha, it's amazing to me how Tasha stayed loyal to this nigga. You know what I'm saying? And she went and she saw Ghost and she told Ghost like, we're all on the same fucking side, and it's time he start realizing that shit. Like everybody's still loyal to this nigga. It's time he start returning the favor and be loyal to them. Cause Proctor's still trying to get Ghost to flip on Tommy, and Ghost like, nah, I'm not flipping on him. I'm not snitching to take a deal. Cause Tasha was pissed when she heard that Ghost had a deal to protect her and the kids, and he didn't fucking take the deal. But I think it was smart of Ghost not to take the deal. Number one, there was never really any deal in place. Angela offered up the deal. She had no authority to make a deal with him. Even Mac told her she had no right to make a deal. Cause who's to say Mac was gonna sign off on that deal? He ain't gonna sign off on shit. He ain't got to. He ain't got to sign off on a goddamn thing. It's his call whether or not they offer up a deal, not hers. That's why I'm glad Ghost didn't take the fucking deal. Why should you? She's in no position to offer up shit. You know? So they go to court. It's his, pre-trial hearing or whatever. They go to court. And Silva and fucking Proctor, they got the black agent who found the gun in Ghost's office. They got him on the fucking witness stand, and Proctor asking him all these fucking questions and shit about how the gun magically appeared in the office, and basically trying to make it seem like the black dude, trying to make it seem like the black agent is the mole, and trying to make it seem like Greg was really investigating him, like Greg knew about him being the mole or whatever. And the black dude just went the fuck off. Like he just created a major outburst in the courtroom. Sandoval, his bitch ass sitting there the whole time because he was nervous as fuck because the way Proctor was talking and the way he was asking those questions seemed like he knew who the mole was. And Sandoval was afraid that Proctor figured out he was the mole. He was sitting there shaking until Proctor suggested that the black agent was the mole. That's when he breathed, a sigh of relief because he was like, okay, I'm clear. You know what I'm saying? Like, Sandoval, a piece of shit. He'd throw anybody under the bus to keep his secret. I believe that shit. But it's a matter of time though for his shit come out. Um, Motherfuckers is crazy. Like this case is getting real by the second. Tariq, he running around like a little stupid motherfucker as usual, running around with Kanan, still robbing his rich friends. He got this little white boy in there sipping on lean while Kanan robs the fucking house downstairs. And you got him getting drunk off lean and shit like that. Like, the fuck is wrong with this kid? You robbing your rich white friends all for what? Tariq needs an ass whooping. I'm sorry, but the boy needs to be in jail somewhere, seeing how jail life really is. Like he needs to find out what prison life is all about. You know what I'm saying? Like with the path he going down, he need to get his shit together. He needs an ass whooping. The way he talked to his sister and stuff like that, the way he talked to Rain when she found the money in his room, like then he's sitting there sticking his fingers up, like sticking his middle finger up at her. Like this nigga really think he hard. Like, dude, you grew up in fucking Manhattan in a fucking penthouse majority of your life. You don't know shit about the streets, nigga. You naive as fuck. You letting the motherfucker you don't even know tell you that your father's guilty. And you lived with your father. How you know your father lying? Talking about his mother and father lie about everything. What the fuck did they lie to you about? That would make you think some shit. Like, come on, your whole life been sheltered. You've been living in fucking Manhattan, motherfucker, all your life in a fancy penthouse. You don't know shit about street life. Now you out here thinking you a thug, thinking you about that life. Wait till you get them motherfucking handcuffs slapped on your dumb ass. Cause that's basically what fucking Kanan is doing. Kanan is setting this little nigga up for a fall. That's what he's doing. And the boy is too damn dumb to see it. You getting set up for a fall, son. Cause as soon as this shit hit the fan and motherfuckers start figuring out who's behind all this robbing these rich white kids, who you think Kanan gonna leave out to dry? He gonna throw your ass right under that bus. And he probably gonna be the one driving the bus soon as he throw your dumb ass off it. Under it. He gonna be the one driving the shit, stupid. Then they sitting there having a party and shit. Tariq come to the party. Dre trying to get him to leave the party, but he not leaving. So he's smoking weed for the first time, little young ass lungs. He can't even hit the fucking weed right. Nigga choking off the first toke. I said, look at this nigga. Swear he about that life. You can't even smoke weed. You still a virgin. Like they offered him a girl to smash. He don't even know what to do with that. I was disappointed. He didn't even know what to do with that. She brought him in the room. He's sitting there like that. Nigga, what? I would have been hitting that shit every which way but Sunday, nigga. Every day. All day. I would have been hitting that. Come on, bro. He probably ain't even had no rubber. No, he don't even know that bitch. Random bitch. I'm like, for all you know, motherfucker, that hoe could have AIDS. He probably ain't had no type of protection or nothing. And ran up in that. I mean, I probably would have ran up in it, but at least I would have been smart enough to protect myself. At the very least. I'm just saying. You know, you can't trust these hoes. Um, Tariq, man, this little motherfucker need to learn. By next episode, this little nigga need to learn. Like, come on, bro, get your shit together. Tasha all fucked up financially. The fucking school, the private school she got Tariq and Rain going to, they talking about some her check bounce. Basically, it was insufficient funds. She don't got the money to cover their tuition no more. So if she don't have the money by the end of the week, they're suspended from the school. They life all fucked up. Lakeisha out here wilding. Like she all overprotective of fucking Tommy and shit. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers is crazy. Like she being all overprotective of Tommy. Like she go over to fucking Tasha crib and shit. Tasha was like, oh, Tommy stayed the night or whatever. She talking about, oh, ain't Ghost gonna have a problem with him staying the night? Ghost the one who told him to look out for the family. Ain't nothing going on between Tasha and Tommy, but she afraid that Tasha gonna take Tommy from her. Cause she feel like Tasha take everybody and everything from her. Lakeisha, don't start that bugging out shit. Don't start that tripping. She fine and all, but don't start that tripping now. Come on. Cause you already know you don't want it. You know you could end up dead by the end of the season. You might want to tread lightly. Um, but that sex scene between her and Tommy, yo, when he took her bra off and them titties popped out, bruh, Lala, A1. Mello, you dumb motherfucker, you don't leave nothing like that. Come on. What the fuck is wrong with Carmelo? You out here chasing motherfucking hamburger helping. You got filet mignon at home. What the fuck is wrong with you? Motherfucker, I be at home every night. I go to work, nigga, shooting threes all night, nigga, just to hurry up and come home to that ass. You crazy. You got a fine ass lady at home, bro, and you fucked that up. I would have been home next to her every goddamn night. On time, too. She tell me, nigga, you better be home at 8 o'clock, nigga. I'll be there by 7:30. You ain't got to say nothing but a word. I'll be there by 7:30 in the bed with you. That's how fine she is. I'll be blocking bitches left and right for a bitch like that. Lala bad. Like I had a crush on Lala, man, since she was on motherfucking MTV, all that. Like when she was on TRL and shit, like she used to host that shit. She used to host a lot of shit though. I had a crush on Lala, man, for years, bruh. Years. Since I was a little nigga. Probably since I was like 10, 11 years old, bruh. Always had a crush on her sexy ass. But yeah, man, this motherfucking Proctor and shit, man, this case getting real. Motherfucking Tony, he's still trying to blackmail Ghost or whatever. So Tommy's, he bring the fucking money to Tony house or whatever. The dude count the money and shit, and unbeknownst to them, Tommy was actually there to get some dirt on Tony. So Ghost could use that shit to kind of turn the tables on Tony. And that's exactly what he did. Tony's wife wanted to know what the fuck was going on. Cause she was like, what the fuck is up with this money that we now getting 20 grand and shit. She was like, where the fuck Tony get 20,000 from? She wanna know what the fuck going on. They've been married motherfucking 40 years. She was like, this nigga ain't never lied. Now all of a sudden some shady shit going on. And I don't know shit about it. So fucking Tony come in there. Ghost was telling Tony, he was like, nigga, that $20,000 was your one time fucking payout. I ain't paying you no more. You ain't getting no more money from me. You ain't meeting Tommy. Cause Tony sitting there talking about he wanna meet Tommy. And Ghost was like, nigga, you ain't meeting none of my people. You ain't getting no more bread from me, or I'm gonna go to the fucking feds, nigga, and snitch about a murder that you did. Tony was trying to act all, tough, talking about some nigga, I'm already in here for life. I ain't never getting out. So what the fuck? All they gonna do is add more years to my already lifetime sentence. But he was like, motherfucker, what about your wife? The motherfucker that you killed, nigga, if they find out you killed him and they go public, they gonna wanna hurt your wife. So now he ain't got no choice but to shut the fuck up and stop blackmailing. I like the way Ghost handled that shit though. He turned the tables on that nigga in a quickness. Which I knew Ghost would. I knew Ghost and Tommy would. Ghost and Tommy work better. Ghost, Tommy, and Tasha work better when they're united. Cause as you can see, when they're divided, that's when shit tumbles down like a house of cards. Literally. When they're united, that's when they're stronger. And that's how they need to fucking be in order to get through this shit. You gotta be united. Ghost gotta start fucking treating everybody, with loyalty like they've been treating him. Even after the dirty shit he did to them, they still loyal, man. You gotta be loyal to them. They your ticket up out of there, bruh. Without them, you ain't shit. Your life going downhill without them. Shit, they been watching your back for years, bruh. You wouldn't be in the top spot if it wasn't for Tommy. Especially Tasha. Holding shit down, covering up shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. You gotta be loyal to motherfuckers that's loyal to you. And they been loyal. They ain't, did no disloyal shit to you. Ghosts need to learn that. So, fucking Proctor, he got a fucking phone call from some Homeland Security agent, motherfucker talking about he got evidence against Tommy or whatever on the Lobo shit. Tommy told fucking Proctor, he was like, nigga, I'm coming to the meeting too. Proctor was like, nah, you not fucking going. So Proctor go meet up with this nigga. He listening to the recording that he got. Basically, it's a recording of fucking Tommy admitting or killing Lobos. So now he got the evidence. But the agent's only concern really is clearing fucking Greg Knox. Clearing his name. You know what I'm saying? So fucking Tommy come out of nowhere and fucking kills the fucking agent. So now Proctor is implicated in this murder now to the fucking agent. So Proctor ain't got no choice but to shut the fuck up and clean this shit up. Because Tommy know Proctor wanted Ghost to turn on Tommy. He kept telling Ghost to turn on him. So now Proctor basically got to do what the fuck Tommy want him to do. So Proctor got to fucking figure out what's on that computer, figure out the nigga had copies, clean up the body. It was just a lot of shit, man. I knew Tommy was gonna figure shit out, man. That's how Tommy is, bro. But I already know Tony. I believe everybody else too. I think Tony is definitely Tommy's father. I definitely think so, cause Tommy's mother was a hoe back in the day. She know she was throwing that shit back. She probably still hoeing to this day. She probably, she fucked around with some niggas. Cause soon as he heard the last name Egan, he put shit together, and that's why he probably wanted to meet Tommy, cause he has all this interest in Tommy. So I'm like, he definitely probably think he that boy father. He either know it for sure or he think it. My guess is he know it. He just want to talk to Tommy himself. Probably see him face to face, try to get a read on him and see if he looked like him. Um, but he definitely is Pops, most definitely. Cause I already know Tommy mother was throwing that ass back in the day. You already know she was. Come on now, you know she was swinging off that pole back in the day, down at the bayou and shit. You know she was. But anyway, so the fucking prosecutor and them, they sitting there talking about some, they want Proctor off the fucking case. They don't want Proctor representing fucking Ghost because he's representing Ghost and he's representing Tommy, which is a conflict of interest. So the judge sitting there agreeing tells Proctor he's officially off the case and he's no longer Ghost's attorney, and Silva's taking over as Ghost's only attorney. That was bullshit. Because in my personal opinion, how the fuck is Proctor a conflict of interest, but they don't see Angela as a conflict of interest? Angela's a part of this fucking case. And she was fucking the victim and the fucking defendant. But yet she's not a conflict? She's fucking the victim and the fucking defendant. That's a major fucking conflict. Major. So any evidence that she handles, fingerprints, whatever, that's a conflict right there. It's a conflict. But yet she ain't off this case. If I was Proctor, I would have argued that shit. Fuck that. If I'm off the case, then take that bitch off. Shit, she was fucking the defendant and the fucking victim. Come on. How you get to stay on the case? But he can't stay on the case because he representing both people. So what? And I don't fucking like Silva, personally. I don't like him. He's too judgmental. As an attorney, if your client, the first thing you ask your client is, did you kill this person? If they tell you, look you in your face and tell you no, why would you not believe them? Because what the fuck would they need to lie to you for it? They can sit there and say, yeah, I killed that motherfucker. But it's attorney-client privilege. So it ain't like you know that shit leaves the room. Your job, even if he is guilty, is to get his ass off. It ain't to sit there and judge him. And he's sitting there telling you, Ghost was sitting there telling this nigga, I'm not guilty. I didn't do this. Over and over telling you he didn't do this shit. And you still sitting there with your smug ass look, telling him, I don't care. You're just a regular, I'm just doing this for the money. We get it, you're doing it for the money, but at the same time, it's not your place to sit there and judge your clients. I mean, if you're not gonna sit there and be, believe the motherfucker, I just feel like this nigga shady. That's all I think. I think he's shady. The motherfucker shady as fuck. But I do think that he might be good at his job, but I just think he's shady. Proctor had the fucking displeasure of telling Ghost that he's no longer representing him. And Ghost was pissed about that shit. As I would be too. Like, I'd be uberly pissed. Like, here we are in the midst of this fucking trial, and my top lawyer just got banned from my case. Like, hell nah. I would be nervous. But Proctor came through in the end. Even though he no longer representing Ghost, he basically just fucking handed him his freedom papers. Because fucking Proctor went to go see Angela, and he told this bitch, you know damn well that wasn't his gun. You know this nigga innocent. You know it. He told her, you know Ghost is not sloppy. Come on, think about that shit. You mean to tell me a nigga gonna kill a federal agent and fucking hide the gun in his office? And he didn't even hide it that good. He hid it, but even a fucking 5-year-old snooping around could find that shit within 2 seconds. Come on. Ain't nobody that fucking dumb, especially a calculated person like Ghost. Come on now. So Angela really had to think about that shit. So she went and got the security footage from Ghost's office at Truth. And she looked at the night that Greg was killed and the night that she arrested Ghost. Ghost went into the office and he was basically looking in his file cabinet at some papers. After that, he left that fucking office and he never went back into that office. So how did he hide the gun? He would have had to hide the gun that night because that was the same night he killed Greg. But he never went towards the bar, the kitchen area where his office. He never went towards that area. So he never hid that gun. He never hid it. So now all we need now is the fucking video of Sandoval going into that office and planting a gun. Where's the video for that day? Unless Sandoval found that video and erased it. But where's that video? Pull up that video and you got this motherfucker. But now she know that that gun had to be planted. After watching that surveillance footage, she fucking know. Now my question is, what is this bitch gonna do with that information she got? Is she gonna sit on it, or is she gonna actually do what she need to do, which is turn that shit over, so that way this nigga can get out of prison? Because at this point, I don't like Angela. I never did trust the bitch. Never did like the bitch. She's scandalous. I wouldn't trust her to do anything right at this point. But I have a funny feeling knowing Ghost, even after all the dust is settled, he's clear of all these charges, he might go back to this bitch. Because you never know with Ghost. Like, that pussy must be that good. The pussy is that good that you would trade in your family, your business, your friends, all of that for that. Like, all of this shit is going down south because of him fucking this bitch. That shit crazy. But anyway, man, this was a dope ass episode of Power. This shit was hot. Like, it was crazy, man. I enjoyed this shit. I can't wait for next week. Hit that like button, hit that comment button, hit that subscribe button. I'll see y'all all later. Have a blessed day. Peace. I'm out.